Okay, hopefully I'm going to show you how to do this step-by-step tutorial. It's pretty easy, and I want you to make it your own. So anywhere you want to make changes, here's our final product. Anywhere you want to make changes, feel free, make it different. If you want to find images on iStock or Google Images, just let me know. Anyway, I don't know why Fireworks is loading. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that. You should have downloaded all the pictures that go with this tutorial. And like I said, I want you to make it your own because looking at it, some of it's kind of cheesy, like this right here doesn't look real, and I don't know, that's kind of cool. This is dumb. I don't understand this. This doesn't really have any vision. So just use the same techniques and tools. Just find your own images. I mean, you don't have to. I really like how the elephant when the tree trunks, that really works. But anyway, let's do it. In the tutorial, the step-by-step link, it says that you should start with a certain image size. I've increased that size a little bit. So let's go File, New, everybody, 2800 by 2000 pixels, not inches, and click OK. I'm going to go ahead and delete this background and everything I've done so far. You should have something like this. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you have something like this with no pixels. Okay, here we go. So again, 2800 by 2000. I've lost my turtle. There it is. Okay, so let's bring in the background. So I want you to be sure to be uh, open with Bridge. I want you to open the folder that you created with Bridge and make sure you have the folder of all the pieces that go in there, obviously. So just highlight one and hit return and it will open, and you're probably opening in these tabs like that. You know, you can separate the tabs. Just do a simple Command A, select all, Command C to copy, flip back to your other image, and Command V to paste. And voila, it's a little big, so let's minus, minus, minus. Pull this corner out. Zoom back, minus, minus, minus. We're done with that. So, and then Command T. Please, please hold down Shift and just size it how you like it. Use your arrow keys if you want. Hit return, and voila. Now you want to eliminate this text up top, down below. Here's the text up top. I'm just going to use this selection tool, marquee selection tool, with no feather. Let's give it some feather. Let's give it 4 feather. And I'm going to select around. If you look really closely, there's 2 lines. I don't know if you see the 2 lines. I'm going to select around there. And I'm just going to fill, Shift F5 or Edit Fill with this thing called Content Aware. Content Aware is just using the computer's awareness of the content around the selection you made and filling it with that. Now it should work. If it doesn't, just do it again, or see how you can see my little selections here. This time I'm just going to select it and use the patch tool. You could have used that at the beginning, but it's really up to you. I'm going to drag it right in here. And once you've eliminated it, you're good to go. That looks pretty good. Now let's deselect and let's grab this down here. There we go. Pull that over here. There we go. File save. Very important. File save. Okay, now the tutorial walks us through different layers, adjustment layers, using the non-destructive method of creating an adjustment layer. When you create it this way, you're not affecting the layer itself. You're not degrading the layer. So it's best to do it this way rather than do image adjustment in this menu where you're actually affecting this layer right here. Of course, you could just duplicate the layer, but sometimes it's best always to make adjustment layers. Here's because you can change it at any time. You're not stuck with that layer being set like that. So first thing we're going to do is create a new adjustment layer. Okay, just back up just for a second. You notice I've rearranged my windows. I want you to do this too. In the step-by-step tutorial, if you'll scroll to where you want to be in the tutorial to see a setting, and make sure in Photoshop you have just the one window up by pressing the F key. your single window, floating window is open. And I've put my layers and adjustment panel together in one, and I've closed all those other panels. Okay? So if you can do that, that would really help yourself out. So next, we're going to make a new adjustment layer. Actually, not adjustment layer. We're going to do a lens correction. You see how this background is real straight? We're going to make it look like we're looking out on the world. It's more round, that vanishing point, that horizon line, that line right there. So let's do that. Filter, lens correction, and here are the settings. And if you're slick, you will make a window where you can duplicate the settings really easily. So remove distortion 25, and feel free to make them any way you want. Vignette -25. You see the difference, preview before and after. I don't know if you can see the difference in there. And this horizontal perspective -10. There we go. And if you want to, you can just hit Command Z and see before, after, before, after, before, after. So that's kind of cool. All right. So moving on. Now we're going to make a new adjustment layer, I'm sure. Changing the background colors. See here, a new adjustment layer. It's on your layers panel right here. There's all these adjustment layers. And we're going to start with curves and RGB, curves, up. Okay, that's pretty easy. So down here, new adjustment layer, curves. And you're going to get this curve panel pop up in the adjustment layers panel. If you put it together like I've asked you a minute ago, just pull it up a little bit. And you'll also notice that it wants you to mask out the sky. We just want to lighten the water. So once we finish that, we'll flip it back over to the layers panel. You'll see there is a mask there already. If you hit B for your brush, you can set up your brush with the opacity and of course the hardness. I want hardness all the way. And I'm going to brush the sky back dark because I like that dramatic sky. Once I get down here on the horizon line, I'm just going to simply soften up my brush, drop the opacity, oops, not that low, about 30%, and then make the brush a little bit smaller too, and then start running it right along that horizon. I don't know if you can see the blending. See that right there? Oops, I went a little low. If you go a little low and mess up your line, it's really easy to fix. Just press X and start brushing on the opposite side. If that makes sense. There we go. If you hold down Alt, you can click on the mask and see exactly what it looks like. Notice how I missed right here. I'll bring up the opacity. There we go. We'll leave it just like that. Alright. Come back and see the next video. We've done just a little bit, but we're going to do a bunch in the next one. See ya.